Hello friends, today I am here with the class 10 topic quadratic equation chapter number 4 exercise 4.3. In this video I will discuss question number 6 and question number 7 of exercise 4.3. So let's start with the question number 6. The diagonals of the rectangular field is 60 meter more than the shorter side. If the longer side is 30 meter more than the shorter side, find the sides of the field. So this is the rectangular field. Let us suppose that it is ABCD and it is given in question the diagonal of the rectangular field is 60 meter more than the shorter side. So let us suppose that the shorter side of the rectangular field is x. Longer side is given that 30 meter more. So longer side is x plus 30. And diagonal is 60 meter more. So it is diagonal is x plus 60 meters. Now you see, ABC is a one right angle triangle in this rectangular field ABCD. So all the three sides are given here, but all the three sides are in the variable x, x plus 30 and x plus. To find out the actual value of all the sides, you see this is a right angle triangle. We will apply the Pythagoras theorem here. So a Pythagoras theorem is hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. So it is coming x plus 60 whole square is equal to x plus 30 whole square plus x square. Now we will apply the identity a plus b whole square, that is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So x square plus 60 square plus 2 into x into 60. Same here, a plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab plus x square. Now x square, 60 square is coming 3600 and 2ab is coming 120x. So this side x square, 30 square is coming 900. 2 into 60, 30 is coming 60 into x, 60x plus x square. Now after that we will collect the like terms. X square plus 120x plus 3600. And this side x square plus x square is coming 2x square plus 60x plus 900. Now I am shifting all the terms to the right hand side. 2x square plus 60x plus 900 minus x square. This is becoming minus 120x and minus of 3600. So it is coming x square. 2x square minus x square is coming x square. 60 minus 120 is coming minus 60, and 900 and 3600 is coming is 2700. Now we can write this quadratic equation like this way also. X square minus of 60x minus of 2700 is equal to 0. So we will solve again by splitting middle term, and method is we have to break the middle term so that after adding or subtracting, so minus 90 and plus 30 is coming minus of 60x, and when we will multiply these two, the product is coming, that is the product of first and third. So 1 into 2700 x square is coming 2700 x square. So 9 3s are 27. So when we multiply 90 into 30, my product is coming 2700. So now common from the first two is x minus 90, and common from the last two term is 30. So it is coming x minus 90 into x plus 30. So product of two term is equal to 0. It means either first term is equal to 0 or second term is equal to 0. So from here x is coming 90 and x is coming minus 30. So we can neglect this value because we can't say that very first line of the answer, you see I have taken it is the shorter side of the rectangular field. The shorter side, that is the length of that is the breadth of the rectangular field. So breadth or length can't be the negative. So therefore this value is neglected here. So we will take only this value. Therefore the shorter side is 90 and longer side is 30 meter more. So 90 plus 30 is 120 meter. So this is the right answer. Shorter side is 90 meter and longer side is 120 meter. Now we will move to the question number 7. Question number 7 is here. The difference of the square of two number is 180. The difference of squares of the two number is 180. The square of the smaller number is 8 times the larger number. Find the two numbers. So one is here larger number and one is smaller number. Last line of question is find the two numbers. So let us suppose that the smaller number is x and larger number is y. You can interchange also smaller number y and larger x. You can interchange also. Now it is given that the difference of squares of two numbers. You see the difference of squares of two number is given to you 180, but we can write like this way also, y square minus x square also, and x square minus y square. But you see the smaller number is x, so square of smaller number will be smaller and square of the larger number will be the larger. So here x square will be the smaller and y square will be the larger. So smaller minus larger, when we'll do the difference will be the negative. So this condition we can't take it. So only the first condition is accepted because y is larger number. So square of larger number is larger. So larger minus smaller will come the positive answer. So it is given that the difference of the square of two number is 180. So please be careful here. We have to take larger square minus smaller square is equal to 180. And second condition is given to you. The square of the smaller number is x square is equal to 8 times 8 into 8 times a larger number. So larger number is y. So x square is equal to 8y. So you see what we'll do, we'll substitute equation number 2 in equation number 1. In place of x square, we will substitute here 8y, and I'm shifting this 180 to the left side. If you see this is a quadratic equation, and again we will solve it by the splitting middle term. So method for the splitting middle term is we have to break the middle term so that after adding or subtracting minus 8x will come, and after multiplication the product of first and third term will come. So 1 into minus 180, it is coming minus 180 into y square. So here coefficient is minus 180, so we will do the prime factorization of 180, and the factorization is in front of you. So this is a hit and trial method here. I have collected first and last, that is 2 into 5 is coming 10, and 3 3s are 9, 2s are 18. 18 and 10, these are the two factors. So middle term has a minus sign, so it means greater term has a negative sign. So minus 18y plus 10y are the two middle splitting after splitting middle term. So first we'll take common from the first two, it is coming y into y minus 18, and common from the last two, it is coming 10 into y minus 18. So y minus 18 is common, so it is coming y minus 18 into y plus 10. So product of two term is equal to 0, it means either first term is equal to 0 or second term is equal to 0. So from here y is coming 18 and y is coming minus 10. So you see we can neglect this value because when we substitute y is coming 18 here, so substitute this value in equation number 2, so it is coming x square is equal to 8 into y, x square is equal to 8 into 18, x square is coming 144. So when we will substitute this value minus 10 here in the equation number 2, so it is coming x square is equal to 8 into 10 minus 80. So minus 80, the square root of, I'm writing in the left side here, x square is equal to 8y, and x square is equal to 8 into minus 10. So x square is equal to minus of 80, and when we will take the square root of this one, so square root of a negative number is not coming the real value. So therefore this case is neglected. Again I'm saying the square root of negative number is not coming a real number, that's why this case is neglected here. So we will solve from only this value y is equal to 18. So taking here x square is coming 144, taking square root on both sides. So after taking square root, x is coming minus 12 and positive 12. So therefore two numbers are 18 and one is positive 12 and second is minus. So two numbers are either 18 into 18 comma 12, either 18 comma minus of 12. That's all about question number 6 and 7.